Do I want to die? That's the question.
Well,
Early?
you can pick rugged. If you pick,
That's what I mean. Should I pick rugged or should I just go with the bold? But methodical.
it's not bold that you would pick. You would pick one where you get a free choice. So if you pick energetic on a 2 through 7, you get any trait. On an 8, you get 3 traits. So if you pick energetic, there's a good chance you can be rugged and energetic. And just to remind you on the trait benefits, energetic is the one that gives you the Fury Pip +2. So of the two, from the style we play, energetic and rugged are the two that are probably the most useful in the game.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Jake, how you doing? I was wondering if Father's Day was going to put us off, but it looks like we're creeping in. That's okay, no apologies.
I had to finish folding laundry.
Well, just got to have our priorities in life. All right, so Rusty, which trait do you want? We're making characters.
I'll take energetic.
Give me a die 8, Rusty. Don't punk it.
Die 8. Let's see here. I want a high number, right?
You want a high number.
Of course.
Okay. Well, Rusty, you're energetic. Give me a. You get to pick one trait, Jake, if you're in the game yet, and you get
to roll a 1, Jake.
You get to pick bold, clever, energetic, gifted, methodical, or rugged.
You want to pick energetic and hope you don't get a 1. So then you can
for Jake, I would say he should just think about what sort of character he wants to play. Jake, you may want to try clever.
A successful one.
A successful one, you want to try a clever.
Okay, clever.
Give me a die roll, Jake.
D8?
D8, please.
Boom, shakalaka.
6. Jake, you are clever, energetic, and methodical. So check those on your character sheet, please.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, I'm going to have to pull that up and then try to remember.
Yeah, it's in the second icon with the spell book.
Journal, right?
Jake, and I am clever, energetic,
and methodical.
And
And Rusty, now let's get you some. Let's get you some skills. You want to roll D8, Rusty, and you want to roll high, right?
Another high. Let's see. Ah, look at that.
All right. So, Rusty, you're going to get 3 in your background, 3 skills outside your background, and you'll speak 2 extra languages. Now, your 3 skills in your background, 3 skills on your outside of your background is probably going to give you 8 skills. I should say 6 skills. 6 skills of, what did I tell you, clever? Yeah. You're going to have all but one of the clever skills, the artisan skills, to start.
Yeah, you don't have marked which skills are.
Yeah, no, not on my character sheets. You don't have a copy of the rule here. I'll go down the list for you. You ready? Check armor, smithy. Check forger. Check gambler. Check goldsmith. Check minstrel. Prestidigitation and tinker, and then uncheck one of them. All right.
How do you make all the little people squares small again?
People squares fall again. Boy, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The little things that block the map because they're big. And last time you told us how to make them small.
You mean to zoom in?
No,
you go into video.
The images of the players at the bottom.
Yeah.
So you go in the left icon, the little gear.
My settings.
You go audio, video, and the video display tab. And the first option is player video avatar size. You pick small.
Names only.
Old people, we're always starting.
If you pick names only, you can't mute yourself. or unmute
Not
yourself.
that you need to.
Okay, they're small now. They're little fidgets.
Okay. Jake, give me a die 8, please. Boom chakalaka.
Boom chakalaka, boom.
Now, Jake, you're going to start with 1 skill in your background, 2 skills outside of your background. And so I got the table in front of me. I'm going to help you out here. 1 skill in your background, you chose clever. Your 1 skill is going to be, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, Jake, you're a tinker. And then 2 skills outside your background, you also have energetic and methodical. Jake, you are going to be an occult scholar and a man-at-arms.
Okay, where is the Colts? Oh, okay,
So, tinker, man-at-arms, and
is that
occult
one
scholar.
from each area?
That would be 1 from each area. That's correct.
That's how I would have done it.
Torberg.
Okay.
Torberg is trying to get into the game.
Do I get any
Torberg's out of the
languages?
game. Did you get any languages? Let me look. You get no extra languages. You're going to speak Varangian if you want to speak to the rest of
Ferengi?
it. Yep. That is the Norse dialect in this area, roughly in
Ferengi, they're
the
the guys from
800s.
Star Trek with the big ears that have the
Not
rules of
Ferengi,
acquisition.
Yeah, they
Varangian.
start with an F though instead of a V.
Now look
Okay.
on your sheet. Don't make me pull your sheet up and check the boxes for you. You're not there yet. It's the very bottom. All right,
Oh, there it
and
is.
yes, so we
You
all
could've
got our
just said
skills. We're all 0 make rolls. We all have no warp tally. Good for us. Now, Jake, you'll notice that next to, for instance, the trait methodical, there's a little box on your character sheet that says cancel def mod. You're able to, once per adventure, check def mod. And depending upon how well we're doing, I may allow that to be once per game session. But to start with, let's just say that once per adventure, you can cancel the def mod. High def mod, you go into a Q&D saying, I would like to use my trait methodical. It's the equivalent of using the pistolier or the
So should I
fencer in
put a
Cutlass.
little dot in the cancel def mod block?
I would say you should just keep your own convention. I usually check it after I use it, and that way I know I've used it.
How about I check it so I don't forget I have it, and then uncheck it so I know I don't?
But you are checked methodical, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can always look over. But whichever works for you. I
This will
will
be a
try to hold
reminder.
you, and the rest of the players try to hold you correct. And then energetic. You're clever, energetic, and methodical. Is that correct, Jake?
Yep.
Okay, clever. We're gonna use you collectively to help us solve a problem. That's what that means. Collectively stop swagger loss or forced irregular. And also energetic, you can gain the Fury Pip, which is +2. So at any Q&D battle that we're in, you can say I'm going to use the Fury Pip, and suddenly you're +2.
And I can use them once each.
Once, correct. Torborg, is that Greg or is that Conrad? I think
It
you're
looks
in
like
the chat.
Conrad.
It looks like Conrad with his icon. He usually picks that particular episode of Star
Got
Trek.
it. Okay. So, yeah, you're on big icons, I guess. All right. So, as soon as we get Conrad in the game, we'll get him a character as well. Although he probably is using a generator and making one as we speak.
Yes, the old AI cautionary tale from Star Trek.
And is it, or is it the death machine where the guy
Yeah, no, it was
flies the boat down the mouth of it?
The cone shaped, looked like a horn death machine. Yeah. Yes, the suicide is shipped into it.
It was that age. Okay, so Jake, you have your character. Rusty, you have your character. No make rolls, no warp tally, no vicious wounds. We have our skills. We have our languages. We have not picked up. Now there's 5 groups of swaggering. You have 4 of them on your character sheet: personal swaggering, blade swaggering, mount, and wizardry. And then we have one more that we have in the game. If you go to the very bottom corner of your game tabletop and forgive me, this is a big tabletop for me to keep everything square. You can see this section down here that I'll ping a few times that says Longboat Swaggering. And there are elite goals, and there are abundant stores, and there are battle hard. Those are basically the crew that we have along with us. If you look at our morale, our warriors are unbalanced, our sailors are unbalanced, and our rowers are unbalanced. We're poorly fed and poorly drank, and our horses are going lame, and our supplies are limited. We're starting off pretty crappy, for want of a better term. We're all rationed, we're all unbalanced, we have no favors and alliances, but at least we have no threat and no denizens that we're fighting at the moment. And
Until
Conrad,
the
do we have
first
you in the
card
chat yet?
flip, and then we'll get those.
He mumbles. He's typing. He says sound, no worky. Well, interesting. Is it a
No tiki, no washi.
Is it a refresh? If you can hear me, it's audio problem on your end. If you cannot hear us at all, it is definitely in the Roll20 browser. And just go ahead and check your settings, because we have not been using this this browser in probably 3 years. Okay. If you can hear me, let's get you a character, and I will note that you do hear me if you roll me a D8 right now. And we're going to let you pick Gifted. No, you can pick whatever you want, but you probably don't hear me, which will give him a
The fact that he's saying working for you doesn't mean that he doesn't think it's not working either way for him.
Working for you, does that mean that he can hear me?
No, it means that we've said that we're working, and
well, we're moving on anyway. He is an old hat. He should be able to make his character pretty easily here. All right, there will be 4 of us playing. He's out of the field now too, so he's probably restarting his computer. We will go right into our mission now. Rusty, would you please go into the manual? Is it the journal? Oh, if that's not a D&D term, I don't know what is. And there is a quests for 2026. And before you even find it, I'm going to show it to the players.
Okay.
And quest 1 means that we have to make it to Tamut Arakan. And if you pan on down, and this is a big file, you pan on down, you pan on down. The second quest also has a subquest, and that's going to take us to the River Gate. And the third one that you have an option of, and more of these will appear as we play, panning down, a lot of stuff going on here, is an underworld with a Khazar dwarf. Now, those 3 quests are also on the game map. Let's see, we have a quest to the Avar dwarf. Did I not put that on here? There's a quest below. Khazar dwarf, forgive me. There's a quest below in the Khazar dwarf area. You can see the little icon for it. And there's also a quest at Tamut Arakan. Forgive my pronunciation. We'll probably start bastardizing it soon. And then there's a third quest, which takes us to the River Gate, which is just north
over here.
of Ryazan. No. Okay, now that's a sidebar quest, Rusty, and if you just hover over it, I think you'll read that if we go to there...
Quest for 2 swagger, blade, and wizardry, plus a white card by surviving Q&D fighting misanthropes.
So that is along the journey. If we can get there along the journey and make that sidebar quest, and that's a pretty easy one, just survive 1 flip of Q&D fighting misanthropes, each of us, we would pick up, as a group, a blade and a wizardry, plus a white card. Now, a white card is an ability before the climax to reduce the penalty it takes us to get into the climax. So now, all of your swaggering in this new version of my campaign is like a currency that you will gain and lose. And you especially lose that currency of swaggering as you accept missions and as you fail missions and as you enter the climax of missions. And I will go into that more as we get closer to the actual climax of the mission. But I'm going to go ahead and do the first step now, and I'm going to count our clevers. Rusty, you're just energetic. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And I'm going to count our methodicals right now. If Conrad tells me he's clever or methodical, and we are battle hard. Thank you, Jake.
I'm methodical.
I am
Yes.
clever.
And Conrad is in play, and Conrad is clever. Welcome, welcome, Conrad, as always.
You're kind of
Soft.
tinny or something, like it's a mic. Your mic
Like he's too far away from his mic.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
like
try that.
your
We'll try
PC
getting a little
rather than your-
closer, but it's also I'm running that OBS software and test whether or not I can record and get everyone's voices well as well.
okay,
So
no
we'll see
worries.
if that works.
I can hear you. It's just it
If
sounded more like you were instead of using your headset, you were using the mic.
Oh, I'm
on your-
using an overhead mic. The headsets
Okay.
I just found, they mess with my hair. No, I find them uncomfortable because I need to hear the background noises that are going on in the house as well. So
Yeah, the light ones are better. But
I
the heavy
find
ones-
the headsets effeminate, and I can't get past that. No, so we got two clevers to help us reduce our swaggering losses, and as I said to
Like
Rusty,
talking into a phallic symbolism.
well, I have nothing wrong with the there's no homophobia in me. I live in California with a wife who's in community theater, so the gay are fine with me.
Not
So
that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I don't have, it's not even worth mentioning. So if we post this online, hey, I don't allow comments anyway, so you can hate me from a distance all you want. Let us also, before we start, let's find our little icons here. I do have a Rusty icon, and I'm going to pull you out of Grumbler, Rusty, because you don't deserve to be there. And I have Mike icon, and I also have Conrad's icon.
Boy,
And you
those
can see
guys
that
are
I'm
good.
grabbing those all in the bottom. And then finally I have, Jake. Yes, I got Jake with his hammer. Okay, so we got a whole crew of grumblers, which are terrible. If those players show up, they can be more useful. We do not have a scapegoat at the moment, which is probably good. But we'll start with Rusty. Rusty, we need a couple of crew positions before we can get started. Now, you can actually occupy more than one crew position, Rusty, and you can move crew positions pretty easily. But if you occupy more than one, your rolls become harder. But what the main thing is that sometimes in the rules it'll say the first optio is the one that gets the bullet to the eyeball. And that would be Goblin Tech. So, Rusty, did you want to be the head of the warriors, the head of the sailors, the head of the rowers, or did you want one of the 5 principal green positions on the ship, like our second in command, our high commander, our boatswain, our hierophant, our ship priest, or a provisioner? And Rusty,
I'm
you look at your-
energetic. I'll be head of the rowers.
Head of the rowers, okay. That's probably a good position for you, Rusty. And I'm going to go ahead and, thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and go on to Conrad. Conrad, that high commander position is wide open.
I will take that then.
Wow. Okay.
That's good.
I did not think we would ever do that. Jake,
Attract fire.
the
That's it.
the
Good.
second in command is open. The boatswain is open. The head of the warriors is open. I mean, you
That
could
sounds like
try your
growth to me.
jolly imlots again.
That sure does sound like growth and leadership to me.
Which it is growth in leadership. Very good. Check that, Conrad. And Jake, which one would you like for your position on the ship?
What were the choices again?
Always be checking.
Always be
Always
checking.
be checking.
Always be checking.
Go to the lower corner, Jake, and there's this long boat status sheet, and you
Oh,
can
yeah.
probably
Well-
leave your character, your tabletop on that most of the time, because that's where the chips are going to move around. But where in particular would you like to be? Second in command? You can also be high commander. We're going to have 2 of those. It
I'll
would be
be
difficult.
second in command.
Jake jumps right into that. Make sure you check that ignoble. And me,
Ignoble is a-
I would say probably my character is not good. Rusty's is even worse, which is sad. But
Yeah.
I am a farrier and a breeder. I can take care of the horses. All right, I'm going to grab Provisioner. And
Which
I
one
may
do I
have to move after our first little bit here. But I was telling Rusty that he needs to pick one of the 3 quests to start in this game. Rusty, do you think you want to take a quest with a subquest? Are you up to that? The subquests sometimes have magic items. Or did you want to go to a quest that inevitably ends under the ground? Or do you want to take a quest that inevitably ends up on the top in a city-state?
So do I check growth leadership? Is that the one?
Let me look down what I'm going to
Yes,
check here.
that's correct.
Growth leadership. Yeah, we'll give you that. Unless
Head
this
of
is
the orders. Growth?
desire fulfilled to be finally recognized for your abilities, Jake. It's up to you. And Rusty.
You can also check exercising prudence for becoming my second in command.
That's correct too. Very good.
I don't think there's a flaw for that.
No, you don't want to pick up flaws.
I think we want to do the adventure.
Above ground, the adventure below ground, the above ground. So we're gonna try to head to Mut Arakan.
Tanya would be happy because I'm starting at the top of your list.
Yeah, why don't we start at the top of the list? That's probably for the best. Now, the quest, as you can read it here, I'm going to bump it to all of you again just to make you put it in your face. We're going to talk to Alexander. He's a peasant. Now, peasants tend to have a lot of sympathy, both with our crew and with the general public. We're a people who appreciate the hardworking downtrodden. He wants us to organize a riot of serfs on the coast of the Black Sea near Tumut Arakan. His motive is he wants to destroy a legion or fortress there. Now, that's pretty ambitious. Now, his finances are coming from the grandfather of the thieves, who's going to supply the weapons to the locals there. That's a pretty powerful ally who he has in his pocket. Now, the finances is he promises that we can take all the plunder. We can loot as we wish. I doubt we're going to loot the city of Tumut Arakan, but the garrison nearby will probably have a lot of principal wealth that we can collect. And wealth in the game will give you more options, more chances to gain the Fury, more chances to gain the Catbird, more chances to survive adventures. Wealth equals power in these adventures. And the twist was first a High Priestess, which means we're going to have a full skirmish attack between A and B, as I would assume the Legionnaires come after us. But the real twist is the Cossacks. The neighboring wild people of the region, they may be opposed to us, they may help us, but regardless, they're probably going to be another Q&D we're going to have to fight. And we finally get to the rival. He's a knave. Coins Arena is the adopted heir apparent, assuming the role of High Lord of the garrison from the magically feeble lead, Consul Popov. You can see I flipped a shuffle in there, and then we came up. The rival is extraordinary. Each fight has a limited number of 3 rounds for success. That probably won't be a problem for us because I have a slight mod to the rules to keep the action flowing, in that after we all take one set of cards, for instance, in General Melee, where you're picking brash or magical to attack, no matter what the card is on the second card flip, if you are successful at that card, you also pick up the option of dropping either the threat or the death mod. So we're going to tend to have a lot of little small battles, not the hour-long battles that could happen in some of the situations as Rusty is desperately trying to kill that last guy. Forgive me, my brother. And finally, the actual ace in the hole are beastlings. It seems that some of the garrison probably are lycanthrope, or they are hiring more primitive lycanthropes and wolfmen to reinforce themselves. Now, as we move through all this, we get to the first set, and it says, perform bookkeeping and these payment incentives. So I first look and I ask, do we have a sheaf, a boatswain? Now, if we have a boatswain, we can pick up the lowest level swaggering on a difficult, or we can add to the ship's hold on the tasking. Now, when I look at our sheet, we don't have a boatswain unless somebody wants to double up and cover for that role right now. Now, I ask that because if you also look down here, we're going to need a scapegoat, we're going to need a provisioner, we're going to need a grumbler. So if any of us want to double up, it increases the difficulty. For instance, if Jacob says, I'll double as the boatswain, he would need to make a tasking roll, which is a 14, to acquire the lowest level longboat swaggering, or a nearly impossible roll of 16 to pick up the ship whole. Does anyone wish to double as the boatswain? Rusty, you want to double as the boatswain? Conrad?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the second one here. Scapegoat at sea. Does anyone wish to double at the moment of the scapegoat and be the person who is the butt of all the jokes and blame for all the curses? Because that person can also pick up the longboat swaggering and also improve the ship hull. But the rolls, again, are 14s and 16s if anyone wishes to double up. Going once, going twice. Next week, we'll definitely have Dave back, and I'll give a poke to some of our other players to see if we can get a crew of at least 8. And finally, we go to the provisioner. That's me. Now, I can pick up a random blade swaggering on a difficult. That's a roll of 12. Or I can, up for grabs, grab wealth on a tasking. I'm going to go ahead and just do the 12. Let's see if I can make it. 8. No, not good for me. And finally, if we have a grumbler could pick up a random blade swaggering or up for grabs wealth. And I don't think we have anyone in there that can step in those positions, but again, I offer that final option to everyone. And the other thing that we have to do is there are some minor bookkeeping that can take place as I move over.
So
And
battle hard is marked. Did you do that intentionally?
I did because I'm methodical, Rusty. Methodical
Oh, okay.
adds one boat swagger and everything. So on the far upper corner of the map, you don't need to scroll there. I can read them off. Or in the journal entry under bookkeeping, we move into the fact that we can spend immediately some of our longboat swaggering for options, but we don't have any of these longboat swaggering. We don't have elite gold, we don't have treasure laden, we don't have abundant stores. Now, we could also spend a noble contact, a mystic contact, or a dark contact, forgive me, and pick up various things for our boat as well, or various modifiers. Like with a noble contact, we could be +1 to all our rolls with the quest pip, but we don't have any of those contacts yet. So we go back to the leadership roles. Our high commander, give me a difficult roll of a 12, Conrad, and we add to our brew. And our second in command, Jacob, give me a difficult roll of a 12, and we add to our horses in the ship hole. Very good, Jake.
Nice.
Let me scroll over there, and we move the marker. Moving the marker is always fun. So our horses went from ration to plentiful. Hey, this man knows his horses. Jake, that is a successful roll. What do we do when we have a successful roll at level 0?
We beg for a ignoble.
That's right.
Always be checking.
Always be checking. Let's find out what it's called in this call. It's called a crafty deeds, Jake. A cunning execution of skills and ingenuity. Check that box.
Feeding them kelp.
Feeding them kelp. Now, we do not have a boatswain to add to our ship's hold. Now, Rusty, if you wish to double as the boatswain, you can add to the ship's hull, but the rolls become tasking. I throw that out to anyone. We do not have a hierophant who could possibly add an ordinary on an ordinary roll in noble contact, but we do have a provisioner, and on a difficult roll, I can roll a 12, and we can add to the food supply. I checked that ignoble, and hey, guess what, guys? At the very least, we're not starving this trip. At least not yet. And I say congratulations to Jake, and Jake says congratulations to me, and off we go. We're still moving down the list. I didn't forget about you. First, Optio could add to the morale of the warriors. Second, Koros could add to the sailors. Third, Remages. Rusty, tasking roll to add to the rowers. Give me a 14, Rusty. Come on, you can make it. You see those double 8s I just threw?
I did. Very impressive.
Hey, Miss
That's an impressive roll for me, but not enough.
Rusty's dice don't roll those numbers.
Yeah, I don't roll those numbers. That's right.
All
For a
right,
10,
now
I
this is
wasted a 10 here.
this is where we get into the meat of the ugliness of the whole thing. All right, so that was all the good side of accepting this quest. The bad side comes because we got problems, and those problems are marked as 1 star, and we need to mitigate those choices of 2 stars or suffer the consequences for 3 stars. For instance, we need to read, and it says, many of your crew have left wives and farmlands to make ends meet. Alexander's plight has elicited much sympathy, and that's going to cause us to, if we lose this adventure, we forever lose the starting leadership traits of the first Optio's ability to add to crew morale. And that one we want to counter. All right. If we can't counter it, we can also cancel it by having somebody voluntarily move to the scapegoat. And if you look a little further down, it says, if we lose the adventure and the next adventure start, or I should say, and in the next adventure, start without the leadership tests of High Commander's ability to add brew. And you can counter that by mitigation. Then we go down. Riots. We're trying to organize riots in Tumut Arakan. Those riots tend to be punished both friend and foe. So besides the Climax regular sacrifice, the longboat will lose Swagger N. But we don't have Swagger N, at least not yet. And the fact you need to enter and properly burn a fortress is a tough row to hoe. Seek a turncoat, a magical gate, or dwarf support to avoid a full siege. The long-term consequences are significant, and it 3 dashes means we have to handle this during encounters. If by accepting the mission, we're going to lose a step of warrior morale by the time we reach the epilogue. And that would put our warrior morale from unbalanced to hurting. And also from that, with a successful mission, the closest city-state suffers the Bane Corrupt. So Tumut Arakan, if it loses its garrison, is going to become corrupt. But it's not a lot of times we're going to enter that city and have that affect us later. Now, as the campaign map changes, and we add things like corruption to Tumut Arakan, as we pass close to it, we suffer longboat problems because of the corruptions that are happening in the city-state. Right now, the map is pretty pristine. It only gets messed up as we move around it. And you move down that list of Adventure 1, you do not want to be associated with the Grandfather of Thieves, yet he is the best agent to broker a deal for him to sell the Legion horses and slaves. And a double dash, double star, guarantee by mitigation that a successful climax gives a mount swaggering to all characters, or accept and fail the mission causes the loss of a step of shiphold supplies. And then there's also guarantee by mitigation. A successful climax gives an up for grabs wealth, and guaranteed by mitigation, a successful climax gives 1 longboat swaggering ADE. That's a pretty high one. And we go further on. It says the Cossacks are raiding farm fields as the Legion turns a blind eye or is helpless to counter these hit and run tactics. Help with training and defenses to remove this distraction from the main quest. The Cossacks are a wild card, unknown. You need an understanding and get them to stay away. Yet that is likely to be misunderstood or an outright outright voided. And so the full skirmish attack between Phase and A is not an inevitability. We can counter that with mitigation. Or when we start the Phase C, we need to survive Q&D Bane Heinous Monster. That might kill one of us. And all start shaken in the Q&D of the third event of the climax. That was a -2 penalty to be shaken. And you go down, and Ariana, our rival, is extraordinary. And finally, we have to discover the Legionnaires' lycanthropy. The timing of the climax becomes critical and learn not to enter the climax after dark. And it goes on and on. Attacking the Legion can bring retaliation, but also admiration. And finally, the reminder, the party may mitigate up to 10 aspects of the mission, plus each player may attempt 1 more or try to obtain a sidebar. So after that long introduction, we're finally going to, and this will go a little bit more smoother, I hope, as we start to play. But these are all the bad things that are going to happen as we start our adventure for Alexander. And I'm going to go right to Rusty. And Rusty, with a little bit of reading and a little bit of foreshadowing and some pointing from your friends, One of the worst things that can happen to us by accepting this mission is we lose and forever lose the leadership test of First Optio's ability to add to crew morale. So if we accept this mission and don't complete it, which is a distinct possibility. The last time we played this game, we were 7 missions before we finally completed one successfully. This would be a good one to try to mitigate. And what I mean by mitigate is you go into the neighboring town, you start to ask questions, you start to recruit other loyalists who can help you prevent this inevitability. And what is that? It's a Q&D and a card flip. So Rusty, for the sake of the argument, did you want to take a card to try to stop this? If you are unsuccessful, Conrad can try. But if you think, for instance,
why not?
But if you think, for instance,
it'll kill me early, that's good.
It may kill you early, but every time you sort of look at your starting character and say, this guy stinks, he suddenly becomes better, yet you still put him on a road to die before you fully get in here. You might also think...
I didn't start as a scapegoat, so I'm not fully engaged at killing this guy yet.
All right, good. You guarantee by mitigation a successful climax gives ups for grabs wealth. That's another one that would be really nice. It'd be nice if we can get the grandfather of thieves to broker the sale of the Legion's horses and slaves. So, Rusty, did you want to try to eliminate the lose the adventure and forever lose your starting leadership test of First Opio's ability to add to crew?
Sure.
Okay, here comes your card flip. I have to sort of move this out of my way. And it's a judgment card. Typically not what you want to see.
No, Major Tarot, not good.
If your character has the trait clever or methodical, lose a make roll for each.
Well, I don't have either of those.
And you don't have any make rolls. So, Rusty, all that is we went from 10 chances to mitigate to 9 chances to mitigate. Conrad, what would you like to try to mitigate?
Let me try the same thing Rusty attempted.
Okay, let me give you a card flip here.
I don't have this table. Is that correct, Red? Is this not?
It's the one I posted in the chat. I can send it to you in an email, and you can add it to your...
I can grab it out of the chat. I hadn't.
World. Lose 1 longboat swaggering. Well, that stinks.
We only have 1 longboat swaggering.
It's 2 major arcana in a row.
Yeah,
you know, tidings.
I would probably say that we should quit immediately, but, you know, where's the fun in that?
We must put the First Optio to the blade.
We may have to move Dave into the scapegoat position. No, we can't move Iron Dave in the scapegoat position. All right, I'm going to go around to Jacob. Jacob, I put 2 of the better ones in the chat. Although there's a long list of all the different bad things that can happen. In truth, the very first mission of this game has, I think it's 11. Yes, there's 11 total things to try to mitigate. And we have already gone 2 chances and done nothing. So did you want to try to stop the forever leadership or add wealth if we win? Shake it up, Jake. Add wealth. Which one do you think, Jake?
Stop the lose leadership.
Okay, here comes the card flip. Who shuffled this deck? All 3 have been Banes, too. Can somebody please turn off the pain? If the character has the trait bold or rugged, lose a make roll. No bold or rugged. Over to me. I'm going to guarantee the wealth. Let's shake it up. And a 5 of swords. Sword 5. I will post in the chat so we can all enjoy the misery that it's inflicted on me. It's not a bane. That's always a good thing. The roll is
odd as opposed to even.
And it was swords, right? Yeah, 5 of swords. Okay. It says, chastised by an honorary slave. This one is owned by the Royal Mint. The slave has a title of Curial Edile and takes the surname of his owning master. The slave makes you laugh, stating openly that every citizen is a shite and needs a good beating, like he often receives. Fail and you do not gain the benefit from a positive quest pip for this adventure. Difficulty 9, advantage minstrel. 2 dice for a 9. And I made it. Now that does 2 things. One is I mitigated the fact that if we lose, we're going to have sadness befall us. You take that off. Aftermath. Lose the adventure and forever lose the first Optio's ability to motivate the crew. I'm going to take that off of our list. And now you can see how easy it is to make rolls in this game. I'm also going to go ahead and take that as exercising prudence and forethought for my character check. And Rusty, let's move back to you. Now we still have the gold up for grabs. We still have that all start shaking in the 3rd event of the Climax. We have that we're going to have a major battle at the start of Phase C against a heinous monster. We have a full skirmish attack between A and B with the Cossacks. So again, refer back.
I think get rid of the starting shaken for everybody.
That's in 1/3 of the Climax, Rusty. Just to put it in perspective, as opposed to guaranteeing on success that one of us is going to get wealth. Or guarantee on success that we're going to pick up a really favorable longboat swaggering. But it's up to you.
Yeah, I would go for the not shaken.
And here's another ugly one that's somewhere down on the list, just pointing out. If we lose this adventure, the next adventure we start with a leadership test of the High Commander to add brew. But which one did you want to try? You wanted to eliminate the shaken at the start of the 3rd? Okay, here comes your card flip.
The High Commander.
We got 6 more left, plus we have some discretionary ones.
So it really doesn't matter.
10 of rods. Rusty finally got him a card.
I don't know.
I'm back.
Okay. Go ahead and read it out to us, Rusty.
Surprised when an alehouse is unable to sell you a drink. Seems the Royal Mint has declared the consumption of alcohol in daytime as illegal, punishable with a small fine, a few lashes, or 40 seconds of hanging by your wrists, depending upon who you are and where the trial is held. The weaker receive severe punishment. Note, alcohol in beer and wine is about the only water-free of parasites, success, and ignore any quest pip that turns negative.
Oh, that is a double advantage there, Rusty. Not only can you eliminate the fact that we'll be shaken in Phase C, or should say the 3rd part of the Climax, but no negative quest pip for this adventure. Plus, on a roll of a 9, Rusty, you're going to pick up Longboat No Disease for our crew. Make that 9, right. Rusty.
Yeah, and the longboat doesn't have that trait now.
Yeah, so you'd pick it up by rolling, just like any other swaggering.
Yeah,
help our ship.
Well, it's a shame, but
no, don't be ashamed. Come on. No.
Rusty made a roll. That's not a
unbelievable
cause for celebration.
Well, somebody has to step in for Iron Dave, who's missing at this moment, right?
Would have a national holiday for such a thing.
I'm ready to have a national holiday for such a thing.
I think that would definitely be a swaggering.
Well, it's a swaggering.
Or, excuse me,
a check of ignoble. That is correct, Rusty. Go ahead and grab one of those.
Always be checking.
Always be checking.
Let's see, what ignoble do I need here? Let's see. That would be
No Disease, and it's I.
I think probably, let's see, Power Game, Blade, Moral Swagger, Desires Fulfilled probably is the one.
And I go to my little list here, and I find the one that that would be Climax. All shaken in the third part of the Climax. I have eliminated that from my list of bad things that come. We have 5 more to do. Conrad, did you find one that you particularly find is bad, like or good, guaranteed by mitigation that we're going to collect riches at the end, or eliminate one of the ones like lose the adventure and next adventure start without the commander's ability to add brew, or...
I thought we mitigated that one.
Nope.
Am I remembering? No, that's when we failed.
We haven't even tried to mitigate that one. We mitigated the one where the first Optio would forever be unable to motivate the warriors. We would lose the support of the warriors forever unless we made our first Optio also the scapegoat at some time. How about start phase C and survive a Q&D Bane Heinous? That would be an ugly one and probably would not be a pleasant one to have around. That's the Cossacks in their fields, if you wanted to try to mitigate the twist of the adventure.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's get us a card flip. And...
is that another Bane?
That's another a major, which we've sort of seen are not helping us here.
Devil? Oh, that's
Just
not
some
going to be a good
foul
one
luck.
either.
Just some foul luck coming our way. Let's see what that devil card it says. Lose the benefit of trait energetic or gifted for this adventure. Are you trait energetic and would lose the fury pip, or are you trait gifted and would cancel your first chance of increasing your warped outcome? Are you either of those traits?
Gifted.
You're trait gifted, yeah. So you would lose that for this adventure, sadly.
Okay.
Mark it as checked. And we're down to 4 more automatic mitigation, and then we get 4 discretionary for the party. Jake, what do you want to try to stop? Have you been looking over the list? Did you find one you particularly don't care for, or do you want to go for the money, finally?
Oh, over the money.
Okay, let's get some money. Let's get the grandfather of the thieves to guarantee that he's going to pay us for the slaves and the horses of that. The Fool! Gosh, man. It's a sad test of these new mechanics when we just get punished so badly.
Rusty says, I didn't notice.
Lose the benefit of either trait clever or methodical. Cleaver. That's a good misspelling. Cleaver or methodical. This, Jake, are you clever or methodical? I think you're both, right?
Yeah.
All right. So clever is the one that's the weaker of the two, because clever is a universal one that stops us from losing swaggering. We lost 1 swaggering earlier. I'm going to give it back. Right? Remember how we lost the swaggering earlier? I'm not sure how we lost that swaggering earlier. We lost our battle heart, but we had 2 clevers, so let's stop that from happening. Now, Jake, you can either lose our second clever tally, or you can lose your methodical ability. Your methodical ability is the one that allows you to cancel the def mod.
I will lose my clever.
All right, lose your clever for the moment. And now we're what, 3? Gosh, we're down to 3.
Now we're stupid.
All right, I want to get us money. There's no reason to do these quests if we're not going to have any win. Emperor, that's not going to get us money. Ignore
2
the...
out of 8 have been...
Is that Emperor? That's Emperor. Lose 1 prowess swaggering. I did not have any prowess swaggering, so all it means is we really lost an option. The 2 final ones, then we're in our discretionary ones. We go to Rusty. Rusty, you want to get us gold, or do you want to stop something bad from happening?
I want to stop something bad from happening.
Well, probably start of phase B, survive a Q&D Bane Heinous. That one I don't think, did Jake mitigate that? No, Jake was looking for money.
We've only mitigated 2 things.
Yeah, I took them off my list. I think we still have the start of phase C. Yep, we still have the start of phase C, survive a Bane Heinous encounter. Did you want to try a card flip to eliminate that one? Heinous, that's 1 step below great. That's like me being,
okay. Well, I'll try
an ice
get rid of
giant.
That. Why not?
Okay, you can do it, Rusty. You won't
No,
do. You won't
not
do it with
another
star.
major tarot.
Wow. Who shuffled this deck? Cancel the effect of any death mod to mission mitigation. We don't have any death mod to mission mitigation yet, but we did lose another one. Conrad, your choice. What did you want to mitigate?
Gold.
You want the riches, and if we win, I would agree with that. And how about an 8 of swords? Here's your chance. 8 of swords.
It's gonna be good.
Hey, it can't be bad.
Is it inverted?
We've had enough bad luck already. 8 of swords.
The sun is rising.
It's not even inverted.
Men of the North.
I think
the sun is rising.
You're gonna have to get gloriously lucky or use your fury. But read it out to us, please.
I sent a letter, as a brave Viking would do,
yes,
to a provisioner at a town along the journey ahead. Not the immediate town ahead, the one right after that
yes.
one. The cryptic monks will deliver this for free. Your message is dictated on your end and read back on the other, all for free, though gifts of meals are, of course, welcome as always. If handed an actual letter to carry, the first thing any monk would do is open it and read it. Of course they would. This ensures they stay neutral and that they can record any misbehavior. The journals of these men would make fine, lurid reading, except the monks use codes or write in a dead language like Hypatia. Fail in one of your traits, this adventure is turned off. Difficulty 13, advantage longboat elite goals A.
Now, if you make the 13, you get the elite goals, and you also ensure that the grandfather of the thieves, the person you're sending the letter to, is going to accept our horses and sleighs as payment at the end. 13 is a tough roll. You could possibly make an 11 with somebody exercising the energetic trait this early, but I think you just need to throw those dice and see if it happens.
I think that's the case.
It's not going to happen.
I'm writing a letter.
You're going to lose one.
You're actually dictating a letter. A lot of these mitigations are a little bit wordy. And
mocked successfully by Rusty.
And my defense, I'm trying to also teach you the background of the campaign at the same time, nibble by nibble. So now we know that there's also cryptic monks who will deliver letters all throughout the empire. But that's a great roll, Conrad.
Don't put any secrets in there because
and you should check an ignoble for that, I think, sir.
Boy, that sure does sound like crafty deeds, since I put some hidden message in that message that was hidden message.
You did. I think it's very much crafty deeds. Well, no, you can't. Crafty deeds is the one that has to be checked from an individual roll of display skills.
Can't do that.
So you can check Bard's Tale, Adventure, Desires Fulfilled. You can take Exercising Prudence.
Tale, because knowing to put the message in the message.
Yes.
To hide the message.
To know the cryptic monks are on our side. And also, even better, from my perspective as another fellow player, we no longer have an impact at the start of Phase C. So I'm going to take that off. Now we've reached the end where we have now only discretionary. So we're each going to go ahead and take a final card flip, and you can either take this card flip, Jacob, as giving us a side quest, or trying to mitigate something that still remains. Now, some of the things that still remain are: there's a full skirmish attack between phases A and B. We probably will survive that. Besides the regular sacrifice, the longboat is going to lose swagger N. Not that really important, not now. We can guarantee by mitigation that a successful climax gives us a mount swaggering. Or, if we accept and fail the mission, it will cause the loss of ship's supplies. You would have to load up with more supplies with mitigation. The ones that are really beneficial is this one, for instance. Guarantee by mitigation a successful climax gives the group up for grabs wealth. That would be a nice one to get. Or, if we lose the adventure, the next adventure we start without any leadership tests related to the High Commander.
The side things are pretty lucrative usually, though.
The side quest, the sidebar quest, for instance, the one that's already on the map is take one card of Bane fighting misanthropes to pick up a blade swaggering, a wizardry swaggering, and a white card. A white card is enough at our level to get us into the climax without any penalty or loss. So if you want to flip a card for a sidebar, you certainly can. It's
going to be more valuable than the.
I'll do a side quest.
Okay, here comes a card for a side quest. You know, what are we worried about? It's going to end up being a major tarot, and we're going to lose our
Yes,
opportunity anyway.
we're
So,
pretty much
you know,
screwed
just
on it anyway.
it's terrible. How about a 10 of Cups Bane, Jake? Let me read that for you.
It's a bane.
What do they tell you about?
We already know this answer.
Well, you know, you never know. And yes, there are Banes in here. I need to color code them. Just for my poor retired eyes. Okay, so read it out to us, Jake.
Swap tall tales with a fellow Varangian who
Varangian.
says he saw a vessel from the Order of the Seven Seas towed by whales with stern castle hundreds of feet above the water. You counter with a story told by your clan of a long ship that transmuted to fog after being rammed. Success to discover the site of a quest for 2 swagger, a blade, and a mount, plus a white card by surviving Q&D ship engagement difficulty 7 advantage swagger charismatic style.
Give me a 7, you pick up a swaggering charismatic style, Jake, which is usually a desired fulfilled.
Go! Always be choking.
All right. No sidebar, sadly. I was so confident that this was going to occur, I put it on the map.
So confident. Got it.
Let's pull it off the map.
I've been rusty-eyed.
Oh.
All right,
Well,
and you guys,
tell.
if you guys are
Okay.
interested in sidebar quests because you think they're lucrative, I'm going to go ahead and flip one myself. Here it comes, Rusty. A wheel. How about if we shuffle?
Oh, yeah. Get all that major tarot right
Yeah,
back
have
in
those
again.
major
Yeah.
tarots come back right away.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It'll be a different shuffle, though. At least we'll have
You
that.
guys are in a great pessimistic mood. The only unfortunate thing about this is that wheel means I skip my card flip too. So we go to Rusty. Rusty, did you want to
Really? You skip your card flip because of the wheel?
That was the card flip.
Major tarot. Yep, just Jake says it is a card flip. It just means that we also get new cards coming. Did you want a sidebar quest, Rusty, or not?
I would love a sidebar
Oh, my
quest.
God. We're
How about
doomed.
how about we give you an 8 of rods?
I haven't even got the ship in the water yet, and Rusty's already.
Oh,
breaking the
yeah.
damn
Well,
thing.
hey, don't worry about it. I'm not practicing explosive magic in the fold. I hope.
That's Fred. If Fred and Cutlass can light a ship on fire, Fred in Outlands can explode his lightning bolt in the hold. All right, read it out to us, Rusty.
He's got one.
Invited to dine with the self-made lord of the patrician class. Unlike the dominant Greek ancestry ruling nobles, patricians are of all ethnicities. The richest members hold secret parliamentary meetings using a code of ciphers to conduct deals of political nature across far distances. They even have used cosmic Skype to converse in dire times. This one, however, fears an reprisal and seeks to surround himself with honest, barbarous friends, fiends. Success to discover the site of quest for a wizardry swagger plus a white card by surviving Q&D Bane Foul. Oh gosh. Be warned, this quest has a fantastic curse, which I'll get, which increases warped outcome tallied by a D8. Fail and lose swagger. They don't have any swagger. Difficulty 7, advantage, seek, skill, berserker.
You do have swagger, Rusty. Which swagger do you have, as a reminder?
Oh, let's see. I do have swagger. Oh, let's see. Do I?
Yes,
I don't have any
you
swagger.
got elite goals, you got no disease, and you got battle hard.
What?
On your longboat.
Oh, boat. The boat has swagger.
The boat has 3
I was
swagger.
thinking personal. I don't have any personal. Okay, got it.
7 with
All right.
berserker. You're a berserker, right? You took that one.
Berserker.
No, you're not a berserker.
You didn't give me that option to pick berserker.
No, because right now you're at the point where if you don't start picking up traits, you're not going to get any more skills the rest of your life. I would take myself down to the Black Sea and put my head in the water, sir. Go ahead and roll me a 7 and prove me wrong.
All right, let's see.
Oh no, not 7.
He's going to
again.
take himself down to the water. He made it. Okay.
Yeah, good mocking, Conrad. Good mocking. Definitely as assist on that one.
Yeah. It wasn't much.
Okay.
We gave you
All right.
That's all that was mattered.
I'm going to put this one on the road to Nicaea so that we're going to have a choice. If we want to go the north shore around to Tamut Arakan, we can hit the sidebar quest where we fight misanthropes. That's an easy battle. Or if we take the southern route, we can quest for wizardry plus a white card against Q&D Owl. Oh, gosh. And we automatically also get a curse, which increases our warped outcome tally. All right. So I'm going to put those sidebars on the map, and we have 2 more.
Jake, don't worry about the warped outcome. It only affects you after you get so much. So
like 30.
Dies at a low level.
Okay, here's what happens, Jake, with warped outcome. Although probably what I should do is I bet I have the rules, Jake.
It's good at first. Then it gets bad.
Do I have the rules? I thought I had the rules. Somewhere in here, we have the warped outcome tally. I'll put it in the manuals.
It's not
eventually.
feared early on, Jake.
Not too bad early on. What it is you're progressively having your limbs transform, your skin transform, your voice transforms by the baneful powers of magic. It's not all fun and games with magic in Outlands. And Conrad, final card. Do we want a second quest, or do you want to try another chance of mitigation on one of these bad things that's going to happen?
Second quest.
We still don't have the guaranteed success and getting the wealth. Did you want to try to do that?
No.
I think we're better off picking up a couple swaggers along the way.
Okay.
From these questies.
Let's give Conrad a quest.
I'm going to miss it anyway, so it didn't matter.
The Empress. Yeah, unfortunately you did.
Oh, my gosh.
Empress, no, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's Empress.
It's a good one. It's always a good one.
All right, the next quest generated may only be attempted in the transition from phase A to B, not B to C, just prior to the end game climax. But that is just going to be moot because that is the end of our adventure specifics. And instead, we move on to the fact that we're going to start this adventure. We're going to go three versions of Outland surface on the water. We're going to move from Constantinople to Tamut Arakan. We need to decide, Jacob, whether we're going to move from the northern route and pick up... Okay, obviously, right? Let's go phase A over to Varna. Now... let's see if I'm going to go through this. We have the servitor sacrifices the half boat is a half the longbow techniques -1. I should say minus a D8 round up. But we already determined that it was going to be 1 sacrifice at the time. We didn't even have any longbow to lose, but now we got 3. I also marked the fact that if we go on the shore, we will take no disease with us rather than battle hard rather than elite goals. At the end of phase A, as we transition over to B, we're going to have a full skirmish attack caused by probably a reprisal from the garrison here has contacted with the cryptic monks a garrison over at Varna to intercept us because they know about our quest. Let us flip the first card of Phase A. And it's going to be the world. And all of these I don't have to look up unless you have them in your tool, Conrad. Encounters world and Outlands?
I believe I do. But interestingly enough, that world has come up twice.
Well, what can you say? The deck hates us.
I have pasted what I had. The setting. This usually means the group must enter the underworld. Ref decides.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. All right, we have now decided in our in our infinite wisdom in our
Yeah, let's go in the underworld, guys.
infinite wisdom that we heard this.
I mean,
this tale that the only way we can actually get to these Mythos is by entering the underworld south of Varna and leaving our ship behind and crossing through the underworld to the sidebar quest.
that'd be great.
I like it. I'm really happy with that decision. Here comes the next
What,
card.
the underground river?
Here comes the next flip. No. The boat is left on the shore, Jake. That's why sometimes the boat has, if you look at the chart here, it's engineering, I should say, it's longboat swaggering, and there's a little category for ashore. We have 3 longboat swaggering, but when we go ashore, only 1 comes with us. The fact that we do not have disease until we start roaming around in the sewers.
The best we can hope for is for our bodies to be buried in secret.
Yes. How about a magician card? Man, is this deck all majors?
Magician in the underworld, right? But it's still an encounters card.
Yes, it's still an encounter flip one.
And let me clip that and paste that in here. Where we go. Ignores queens, treat them instead as 10s. That's kind of not bad.
No, that's not bad. That means a 10 will get us out instead of a
finally we get something good, which is we can't get any help.
And temperance.
Gosh, another one.
Wow. Hey, there's no negative quest pip, at least.
It's a 56 deck.
It's a 78 card deck. 22 of them are majors, and we're seeing them all today.
Yeah, 56 out of 56.
Treat knave encounters as inverted.
That's
the rival
good.
is holding back.
Bad.
No, that's not good.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you talking about?
Oh, sweet Odin.
The other legion is not as dedicated as stopping us as the one we're going to. Apparently, the female in charge of the legion of Tumut Arakan is not well liked by her counterparts in other places in the world. How about an 8 of Cups, though? We finally got a card. Let's see.
8. That's not bad.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's inverted though.
It's an even number. There are no.
I'm trying desperately to look back and find. Oh, the last card was an 8. It's going to be a campaign event. 8/8.
Well, it was yeah, because we're in A, right? So yeah.
Yeah. 8/8. And a campaign event. I think I have some of those. So.
It's crucifixion.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so at Pskov, up here at the north, a master of sorcery is being blamed for a longer winter season. I wonder if we should put that on the map with something. A longer winter season. Let me. That probably is causing supplies to be depleted.
You miss one damn roll, and that's what happens.
And tooltip. And save. And now if you mouse over that, you can read that depleted. A master of sorcery is being blamed for a longer winter season here outside of Pskov. And I'll put that right here. Yeah. Okay. And another card flip we got after that 8/8. The Devil.
That'll be a good card.
Yeah, that one is
I
always
think that's
helpful.
twice we've seen that one, too.
Yeah, I think it's twice we've seen that one as well.
Wow,
This is like what we had with, we tried to play a Grand Imperialism. The cards were always coming up. A previous night encounter, one now traveling the player's service, to become a traitor. If none are present, treat instead as no night encounters will trigger an NPC ally. So no one's going to ally on this quest.
That's kind of helpful, isn't it?
Well, not really, but we're going to flip a wheel, I think, and we're going to eliminate all this in just a second. And I've lost track. I'm going to go back to Jacob with the big die here. And
We're on
9 of
A,
off.
right? Phase A. We're in Phase A in the underworld.
We're still in Phase A in the underworld. That is correct. It's going to be
we've made some bad choices.
It's going to be an encounter number 1. In Cup Rod. Now, encounter number 1 shouldn't be too bad. All right. Let me look at my...
Sever your hand and 1 foot.
Encounter number 1 in the underworld. Sea rivers? No. Encounters in the underworld. Tell me again why we entered the underworld.
We had a something. Thought it was a good idea.
Goblins. They are vile dwarves, transformed figures heading out or returning from outside. Meeting one group will prompt others, since goblins are shunned by their dwarven selves. Think of every imp as a Jekyll and Hyde. And this is the Jekyll side. That is the goblin state. Many and twisted they are. Add to that insanity changes in size, shape, power, and malevolence. Goblin event number 1. Goblins can be armed with strange technology. I'm going to go right to the Q&D. And this was Jacob, I said. So Jacob is going to get a Q&D flip of countering pointless skirmish. Sounds like a good option for Jacob. Here comes your card flip, Jake. And it is a 7. It is a 7 Bane, but I don't think we worry too much about the Bane on this table.
We're in skirmish red, is that what you said?
No, it's checking or limiting pointless excursion. It's an account. It's a Q&D that was inside of the encounters. You may have it. It's called checking or limiting pointless excursions.
I don't have anything called check.
Yeah, so let me just cut and paste it out if I can grab it fully. And I can. And put it in the chat and read it out to us, Jake.
Scold a henchman when he steps out of formation. Silence and spirit tips greet the potential enemy. Fail and encounter escalates into combat if the rank of the event is agitated or catch-all. The group must also take additional actions on Q&D, avoiding ambuscade and layers. Difficulty 9, advantage skill, man-at-arms.
Okay, so it is what you are, which is wonderful. And so we're not agitated, rank 5. This was a rank 1 event. We just saw them coming back from a raid or going out to one. Give me a 9 on men-at-arms to avoid an all-out battle with these guys. Because what you did was you hushed one of your men, your warriors, from saying, goblins attack. Go ahead and roll me that 9, Jake.
With 3 8s?
3, correct, yeah, because you have the advantage. Wonderful.
Woo!
All right. Good roll, Jake. What happens when you make a roll, Jake?
I get to be brave combat stuff.
Yes, you can go ahead and check battle, I think, from that, or you can check prudence from that. Moving the big die over to me. My card flip.
I'm going to take battle.
It's a good one, but easy to get. Freaking star. Hopefully that's a cancel the major's already in play.
Encounters.
Yeah, encounter star, please.
Star, that's probably a good one. They're all good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all good. That's what we worry about.
Cancel effect of all majors presently affecting encounters.
Okay, so we
no longer have the
rival
things on
tens and knights.
Yeah.
The rival knaves are no longer inverted, and there's no nut will become an ally with that star flip. Okay, so if I would...
Does that affect the queens don't become 10s?
Queens don't... queens become 10s. Yes, it also cancels the queens become 10s. He wants it always both sides of the bread buttered. We keep telling him that you can't butter both sides of the bread. It's just not... Here comes your card flip, Rusty. And it's going to be justice.
Whew, man.
In your face.
What's going on here?
I like this deck. I can read it better.
That's not bad.
Let's see. Until the deck reshuffles, ignore all knave. treat them instead as 10s. This is a good card.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do also, Rusty, is I'm going to give you a chance to check your crafty deeds. Do you need it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance to justify your action with a roll of a 7. So pick a trait, a skill, or a swaggering. It can be one off the boat. What has happened with you or the crew or the situation that knaves are no longer, what is it about Arena, or what is it about the other legion in the civilized world ignoring the fact that the Frontier Legion is telling them to be on the lookout for you? What has happened in the game?
Well,
They can't see us just run
I
across.
have used my skill
Yeah.
of forger to give us rites of passage, writs of passage.
Terrific. Give me a roll of a 7, Rusty, and you check that ignoble. It's still we still are treating knaves as 10. It's just a matter of whether or not you can profit from this. Very good. I should have done that too with me as a star, but as a referee, I tend to punish myself.
Wow, what's going
Good
on
roll,
with
Rusty. Check your
Wow.
ignoble.
That's the best forger I've ever seen in my life.
Here comes.
Oh my gosh!
Here
So
comes.
he rolled 11. That can't be Rusty.
Here comes
Can't
Conrad's
be.
flip.
It's my substitute AI roller.
Even the people in the underworld are looking at him going, "That ain't Rusty. It's a doppelganger."
All right, now here is a 4. A 4 is not in phase. It's going to be an encounter number Cup Rod number 3. They're starting to get a little bit more hostile.
Uh-oh.
Cup Rod number 3.
The poor bastard has to deal with that.
That would be you.
Oh shit.
Right?
Cup Rod 3. I'm backing up to make sure I'm in the right. It's still Underworld Specials. It's still dealing with some sort of goblin type of situation.
Rusty's tied up underneath the
all right.
back room someplace.
We have found remnants, Conrad. What does a Delver say about another group you meet in the underworld? These are men from a shattered expedition. They may be true Delvers, but probably not. True Delvers do not seek out anything in the underworld. They know it won't be friendly. Here you have people who are lost from the party, like the players, which entered the underworlds for assorted reasons. The outcome for them was catastrophic. They may be a large in number, or they more often just look like penniless waifs. We can always use people on the skirmish. I'm also going to give you a flip of pointless skirmish, avoiding pointless skirmish here, Conrad. So let me give you that card flip. And it is the death card. We tend not to like that when it occurs, but
I don't have pointless skirmish.
I do have the setting Underworld Flares of a death card is going to be, and that'll be your one card, I think. Malignancy mars the spirit world. If the rank of the encounter, which prompted the Q&D, was agitated 5, it's not luckily. Failure also results in vicious wounds to the lowest level player character. It is inverted. The space is well scouted. If any combat results, the player characters start with a tactical pip. Well, that's good. All right, I'm going to give a second card off of this because it's sort of insinuated that this was a continuing action. But that second card is going to Jacob again. So here comes Jacob's card on Prevent Our Encounters, Jake. You're the guy that's in charge of the men, it seems like. The Fool puts us right back onto that Major Tarot list. And the Fool says, and it's inverted, nervously count the number of the party and make an estimate of how many days you have left of supplies. If this event was generated during austerity, the difficulty increases by 3. So we're not worried about that. And now I go over to me. I end up with the card that must mitigate this pointless skirmish. And I got myself a 2. That may or may not be good because it may hit the prompt. Let's see. 2. A small world as you or someone believes they recognize one of the strangers we've encountered. All right, so I say, hey, halt. Fail and continue on digression, slave in the mines. Longboat seasoned crew on a 7. All right, so I stop you all and say, that's Godric. Godric, what are you doing? Okay, here comes my roll, a 7. And I avoid the mines. Otherwise, you guys are either leaving me behind, please don't, or come and get me as I've been captured by whatever doppelganger pretended to be Roderick.
So what you want to do is roll a 7. There you go.
What I want to do is roll a 7. Thank you, Rusty. Here comes my 7, gives me also L. Seasoned crew. Of course, my seasoned crew. We found Roderick again. You all remember Roderick? He was the guy that kept us all together. All right.
He's joined our crew.
Now, 1/3, and we've crossed that threshold again, so we can take this. We're going to take the seasoned crew with us. We have L and I, and those longboat swaggering will mitigate anything below, except for wizardry. Just a reminder in the game, and that passes that encounter. But I have found I'm going to call that heroics, courage, and audacity. And you guys as well. Let's see. Conrad had a card flip, and Jake had a card flip. Jake, you should add a ignoble, and Conrad, you should add ignoble from this.
Done. I chose heroics like you had, Red.
Terrific. Heroics is a good one to get out of the way, Jake.
Yeah. As I recall, that is correct.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so we have had the courage to rejoin with Roderick, and it turns out he was not some sort of doppelganger in the underworld. We're still not out, though, unfortunately.
We don't actually know he was no doppelganger, but...
I'm looking at that 2 going, boy,
that
that 2 would have been nice. But, okay, we're in Phase A still. We're still in the underworld. I don't know why we're doing this, and we got a 10. A 10 will advance the phase. That one goes to Rusty. Now, Rusty, once again...
That gets us out of the underworld, too,
It
right?
does. It gets us to the sidebar quest. Rusty, so we have advanced out of the underworld. Again, trait, skill, or swaggering. You cannot necessarily check crafty deeds from this, but maybe you could check a bard's tale from this. What has happened? Did Roderick show us the exit? Was he actually coming to save us from the underworld, back from the ship? What has happened in general?
Well, let's see.
We tortured it out of him.
No.
So he joined us because I with my minstrel skill, I made a bard's tale about him and our encounter leaving the underworld.
That may also be how he found us. Rusty's a damn fool enough to be playing his bagpipes in the underworld. What instrument are you playing there, Rusty, with your minstrel skill?
Let's see, trombone.
Trombone. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so give me check that ignoble. Well, I should say give me a 7 roll, and then you can check the ignoble regardless.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, so much for that.
And you say, so Rusty's in front of the campfire there, regaling us with a tale about how he played his trombone. Everyone looking around going, he doesn't own a trombone. You've been drinking again, sir. You were playing your beer horn there. Huh.
What is a trombone?
All right.
I thought it was a trombone.
Sidebar quest, surviving Q&D misanthropes. Now, I'm sure you have this one in your gallery of cards, right, Conrad? Surviving,
let me check.
Fighting misanthropes. If not, I'll pull it up.
I have Enchanted Foul, Great, Heinous, Horrible, Invincible, Nasty.
Those are the monsters. Do you have the spellcasters?
Yes. Fighting Misanthropes and Madmen. Yep, got it.
Terrific. Okay, we're each going to take 1 card of that, and the first card is going to go to you, Conrad. You'll love it.
Yay! Oh, crap.
Okay, here comes the first card to Conrad.
And that means the last card goes to me. Conrad.
It's going to be a knave of swords.
Inverted, no less.
I don't think it matters, but there may be banes on this table.
It's bad. I'm sure what it is.
That was a poor selection of cards.
Truly no sane person would use these darkest spells ever imagined. Yeah, that is true. Demon stuff, of a kind elder races forget or hope to exterminate all who dare use. But we're special. Fail and suffer a vicious wound. Flair, strange insult, awards the character wizardry, demonic F as in Frank. If the character is trait gifted, I am, but I'm not, because I don't have it this particular adventure, correct?
You lost the trait benefit, but you did not lose the trait, if you follow that.
Yes, so I do, in fact, so it's reduced by 3.
Yes, it's a distant 7. Now, it's the fail is suffer vicious wound, but you also pick up wizardry demonic no matter what. Oh, my God, he's now got demon followers.
Let's see. So pick up Demon F for sure.
You pick up Demon F no matter what, and if
And
on
then
a
I
roll
need
of
to
a
make
7,
and
you
I
avoid the
seven.
vicious.
And I am a Delver, interestingly enough.
Wonderful. You're actually a Delver from the beginning. Why the hell did we go through the underworld? You would know better. Go ahead and give me that 7 roll.
But obviously, I don't know anything about being intelligent about using bad magic. 3 dice looking for the 7.
You're just not
Just the
forceful
7.
enough. And truly
20.
an insane person. It's a good roll. Truly, no sane person would use the darkest spells ever imagined. So you are now our first spellcaster in our party, Conrad.
And he's insane.
With Wizard Deemed he's insane up to the point where it's not a flaw, though. That's just for distinctions here.
No warped outcome yet.
Wonderful, wonderful action there, Conrad. Let's see if Jacob can do the same. Jacob, here comes your card fighting misanthropes, and it is a 9.
9. That's a good card, Jake. I think I actually intentionally overrode the original 9.
What was thought to be a hermit, a lone enemy, now seems to have grown into a small formation of skeletal warriors.
Oh, that's not good.
Real or hoax, short-lived or mishap creation. Fail and knocked unconscious. If the player is awake, he must select method irregular. Flare, strange insight awards the character wizardry necromancy. If the character is skilled man-at-arms, yes, the difficulty is reduced by 3, so it goes down to a 9. Advantage, trait methodical, which I also am. So I got 3 dice to roll a 9.
You got 3 dice to roll a 9, and you automatically pick up Necromancy Wizardry H from this as well, Jake. You got your 9, and so you did not suffer the fail and knocked unconscious. But it does say if you are awake, you must take 1 more card of irregular. So we're going to give you an irregular card as a sad bonus, but make sure you check that Wizardry Swaggering H. You are second spellcaster, and you have picked up Necromancy. I don't know what it is about this game. It just seems to favor the darker arts before we end up with any sort of white magic like Cosmic. All right. And Jake, here comes your card of Irregular. And I think these do have Banes. And it's a 6, Conrad. Can we give Jake a 6 Bane?
6 Bane. That's always a good card, Jake.
That's
Don't worry
never
about
a good card. 6s are not good cards.
6. Any 6 is terrible.
He's
It's
a
Bane
dead man,
too.
Rusty. He's a dead man.
So sad.
Read it out to us, Jake.
Pick up a box, bottle, club, belaying pin, fallen body, stone, etc., hurling it at your next victim. Fail and someone at random who's actively fighting at your side is knocked unconscious. Regardless, next round you are free to select any method if character is skill bowman for improved eyesight aim. Difficulty decreases by 2. Difficulty 8, advantage, swagger, charismatic advantage.
So chiasmic action on an 8. I don't think you're a bowman. I may not have remembered that correctly. But on an 8, you pick up the swaggering chiasmic action as well. So 2 dice for an 8. If you fail the roll, either there's a 1 in 3. 2 and 3, I should say, that Rusty will not end up with a card, or I will not end up with a card, and that's probably a blessing here. But go ahead.
Oh.
No, so fail, and somebody who's actively on your side is knocked unconscious. You did not get to swaggering, and let's roll between the 3 of us 2 dice. Conrad, Rusty, and I. See who got knocked unconscious. Here comes my roll. I rolled an 8.
It's Rusty.
Yeah,
that means you don't take a card, Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty doesn't have to take a card.
You don't take a card.
Yeah, you don't take a card, which is...
I'll miss out in my demonic or whatever.
Yeah, on automatically picking up a thing. Here comes my card in the... we're back to the misanthropes, and it is an ace. That should be a good card even as a bane.
Ace, that's got to be a good card. Let's see. Clip and then paste. Got it.
He's out of his skull, feverish or mad with pain. He needs care, not aggression. Success, and the enemy magic user is neutralized. Fail and no. He does need killing. Ref may decide that success also means the wizard's senses have returned. Whatever evil possessed him has been banished. He may actually negotiate to thank the players, yet only if he was acting by himself. This is on our side quest, huh? There may be another battle to finish against the acolytes and petitioners who lost their Swami Guru. A flare. The event may only happen once per battle. If the first flip results is in a fail, The next time the ace is revealed, treat it instead as a king. If the character is straight skilled pugilist, I am not. The difficulty reduces by 3. Am I a surgeon? I don't think I am. I don't have the trait to be a surgeon. I am a farrier instead, the poor man's surgeon. I need a 10 to stop this battle. There's no chance that I'm going to be injured by it. It's only 1 card flip, so we're in good shape no matter what. Here comes my dice roll. And I missed the 10. I missed the 10, which means I didn't sober the man up. But luckily, Rusty is knocked unconscious and does not get a card. So let us take the spoils here. It is a wizardry, a blade, and a white card. Let's move that +1 white card into the sacrifice. That really has become more important when we are higher level. But still, a white card's a white card. Can we please roll 3 dice? No, 2 dice. Everyone roll 2 dice to see who picks up the wizardry swaggering. I rolled a 9. 16 from Rusty. Rusty loves his magic. Rusty, you pick up 10.
He's unconscious.
Jake makes a good point, Rusty. If you want, Rusty, you can wake up to get this prize, or you can say I was unconscious and should not gain the benefits.
No, I'll wake up to get the prize, and I was unconscious.
I know, come unconscious.
I was faking my unconsciousness.
How about you take shape-shifting, Rusty J? Now,
Which,
Jake,
course,
as you
Rusty
look
is
at
a doppelganger.
As you look at the swaggering, there's 2 boxes. The first box means you know it. The second box means it's glorious. What the glorious does is it locks it and means you can never lose it, which is nice because when it says you must lose, swaggering, shape-shifting, and it's locked as glorious, you wouldn't. What's unnice is the fact that in this campaign, all of these swaggering are more of a currency to allow you to move further on the adventure. But Rusty, pick up wizardy shape-shifting. And once again, everyone roll 2 dice. Rusty, you will forego your roll this time.
I will forego.
And we look in, I think I see Jacob.
Jacob picked up the blade, right?
Jacob picks up the blade. And Jacob, you have picked up blade number 5, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forgive me, eminent. Your blade is eminent. It is ever present. It anticipates where the enemy will be striking. The eminent blade is Jacob is the first person who has picked up swaggering related to his blade. I think we should check some ignobles after all that is said and done, right? Sounds like adventure to me. Dangerous encounters.
Was there a mount one as well read, or did I?
I'm going to hover over it. It says a blade and a wizardry.
Okay.
Now,
magic exposure, use, acquisition, vanquish.
Yeah, you can check that.
I'm going to also take magic exposure because I got knocked out.
And you can mark that. You can mark that the tier as tier 1. Because you must always check a higher tier.
Battle, because that was
battle is good too.
Certainly a thing.
I take my tier 1, yes, because
because to get the ignoble in the future,
you have to have a tier 2 or higher.
Tier, because then it's much harder to get it.
So if I say, for instance, you can check adventure or magic at tier 17, you might want to say, well, I'll take the exotic travel rather than checking magic at tier 17, knowing that you're going to have to face tier 18 magic to get the next check of that ignoble. All right, let us move on. And we have completed, we're out of phase A.
And we pick up a white card red. Is that a
yeah, I had it.
But it sure does sound pretty important.
It is, and what it is when we finally reach the climax, we have to pay a fee in order to enter, and that fee is
a white card.
A certain number of swaggering, and thus the number of swaggering could end up being. Let me go back to my mitigation pages here so I can read this directly to you. And it is part of the party sacrifice. The party sacrifice is determined only at the endgame climax. It is a D8 numbering the highest level. So we are level 0, so we have to roll 1d8. But if we, I mean 0 d8s. But if we are level 1, one of us by the time we reach the climax, which we may be, then we're going to roll 1d8. That 1d8 is the number of swaggering that we have to sacrifice in order to enter the climax. Now, the sacrifice is sort of handicapped, or I should say weighted would be a better word. And let me put it in the chat here. For instance, if I rolled a d8, single d8, and rolled a 1, anyone could cash in a personal swaggering, like chiasmic action. I don't think Jake picked that up, but if he had picked that up, Jake can say, I'm going to sacrifice my chiasmic action. I don't use it very well. It's now off my character, and we enter the climax. But you can see as we get to like level 7, the adventures are going to be 7d8. We're going to be giving up, 15 or 20 points worth of swaggering just to enter the next phase of the climax.
Now, by giving up, do you lose it, or does it mean you can't operate with it?
No, it's gone. You're basically saying, but if you decide you all want to quit, I mean, I'm not going to pay 15 points of swaggering for the group in order to go on to this quest. You would lose all the advantages of success, plus everyone rolls tasking or loses a wizardry automatically, Rusty. So take it with a grain of salt. As we get to level 4 and 5, I'm thinking it's going to, and here's what those white cards do. The white cards reduces the number of dice we roll by 1. So with that one white card quest that we completed, we would have eliminated one die. So if we go to like level 1, one of us, instead of rolling 1 die for the number of losses we have, it's 1 minus 1, it's 0 dice, because we have the party sacrifice plus 1 white card. All right. You guys don't need to be aware of that as much as you need to keep me honest about it, so I think I'm okay here. We are in Phase B, and we are heading to Cherson on our route to Tumut Arakan. And here comes our first flip of Phase B. And it is a 4. Now, 4 is always in Phase B. So it's going to be some sort of knave, and it's an inverted knave. Let me go to my encounter book here. And let me find that quick table. I know we had one for Cutlass. Let's see if we have a knave, inverted, covert axe. Let's see what the knave says. Direct actions, indirect actions, or covert actions.
We originally had that encounter. We originally had a major arcana that was the knave treated as a 10, but then we got a...
It got wiped out by the star.
Yeah.
Got wiped out by the star.
But we haven't picked up another one since then, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is I'm looking at the table here, and it's a little bit more elaborate than Cutlass. And I have to figure out whether or not... Okay, here it is. Covert actions happen mostly in Phase A, but can occur in Phase B. And sometimes agents will react with covert action. Indirect actions occur in all 3 phases, mostly occur in Phase B. And I'm going to say... here it is. I finally found it. NPC incentives pressed, pleaded, and ignored. Is that right? No, that's a different thing. Wow. There's a lot to this game. Okay, I'm going to say it's an indirect action. And my card flip was a coin. So an indirect action, coin, leads me to enemy minion uses magic. A stress 1 longboat is inverted, though. The battle is not concluded after the rounds of Bane. Instead, fight on against an adversary. This combat may be resolved with any combat method. Since we haven't done normal melee combat, we will do normal melee combat, a threat of 2, no def mod. So let me set that up with a couple of coins here. Threat of 2, no def mod, no quest pip, no tactics pip, no command pip, no soak off. And I'm going to start with the big die was on me. I'm going to take a clip of either magic or brash, and I will take a brash card, Conrad. If you followed that machinations for that knave.
3 of cups inverted, right?
3 of cups inverted, yes, thank you.
That's going to be a good one. Got you in the chat.
And 1 knave. If we get 2 knaves and a phase, we can also move on. Noticing your victim's guard falters to the left. Was it a bane? Damn. You exploit this weakness with a slash. It was only a ruse. Fail, and all players next round receive bane results. That would be this upcoming round. Your hasty proclamation to the others left them duped as well. Against large adversaries, they are not. The difficulty increases by 3. Flare. If the action occurs in the underworld, nope, we're out. God help us.
Woohoo!
No one gains advantage from the practice of recitation with Wizardry Spirit Guide. Difficulty 9, trait clever. Let me look. I think, am I clever? I don't think I'm clever. I think I'm bold. I think I'm rugged. And I think I'm energetic. I'm not clever. A 9 on 2 dice. Let's see if my luck is still holding here. Look at that.
It is.
Boy, I got good luck today.
Success.
I do not pick up, obviously, trait clever because it's not a swaggering, but I did make my 9, which means you guys do not suffer banes. Let's go on to Rusty's roll. Rusty, here comes your roll.
Oh, geez.
Did you want to use magic or did you want to use brash melee type tactics, Rusty?
Magic.
Now it's
Magic.
usually 1 to 2 pips harder in difficulty to. But here comes your magic
He's
card.
going to miss
Rusty.
the roll anyway, so.
It's a 9
It
of
doesn't
swords.
matter. You're going to roll and miss.
9 of swords.
Don't miss, Rusty.
The 9 of the sword. Non-bane.
Let's see. The reinforcements summoned to support your side are real, even if they are only seen by a few. Option: success and one opponent runs away. Against large plus adversaries, the difficulty increases by 3. But fail roll and suffers a vicious wound. Difficulty 11, advantage, wizardry, conjuration.
That's the one you
Doesn't
have.
our ship have a...
No, I think you actually are Wizardry Conjuration L, Rusty.
No,
Didn't
he
you
was
hit the one you
on
picked
J.
up?
Necromancer.
Oh, you're a J. Sorry about that. Well, you can pick
We
up
did have
L here.
seasoned crew, though, but it doesn't.
No, but a longboat is subordinate to magic, so it will not cover for wizardry.
And it's optional, right?
You are on your own, Rusty.
It is optional.
So I don't think I want to take a vicious wound at this
Oh,
point.
yeah, come on. It's a vicious wound. It's an 11.
Huh?
Activate your energetic pip. Get the fury. Get that wizardry conjuration. No, I understand why you would skip it.
I think I'm going to skip this.
Okay, here comes
choice.
Conrad's flip. Do you want magic or...
I will take the poulet brash method.
Okay, here comes the
can't have
brash method
can't
of
have-
a
I can
5.
have the escape method.
5 of coins. You could take the
5
escape
of
method,
coins.
but it's only a threat of 2. We should be able to win
5
this.
of coins. We will clip that into the chat, and then we will read it, because it's going to be a good one. Like many a mercenary, you comfort yourself with gallows humor. Because you got Rusty behind you, or in front of you. Success and player ignores all negative dice roll modifiers. Nothing adversely affects the difficulty of his rolls for the remainder of this battle. Aha, you suckers! If this action takes place on the water, it does not. A failed roll will result in the loss of longboat orderly kept, which we don't have anyway.
Yeah.
Difficulty 12, advantage, swagger of repartee. P as in Paul. I do not have swagger repartee, but I'd like to pick it up. And there's no negative for this, so I'm going to go ahead and
The
roll
2 dice,
away.
just fling those bones.
Rusty, you got anything to add?
You're not making any...
Yeah, that's you're right there, buddy.
1 and 2, 12.
You might as well. Yeah, it is interesting, but not true. It's better to get rid of a bad roll on something that doesn't really matter. Here
nothing.
comes Jake. You may do
I
magic,
like the negative results.
or you may do brash.
I'll do brash.
Brash. Now, if you would like to acquire magic in this game, and it's very powerful, you should do magic and risk.
I'll do magic.
Yeah, and risk the difficulty of just being a little bit higher. You're already a necromancer,
You need the
correct?
swaggers and the other things too, though.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
And it's a 2 of swords bane.
Two of swords.
But you can
inverted
you
in
can stomach
magic.
this. You can win this.
You can stomach this, Jake, right in the stomach. It'll be your intestines out on the floor.
Now you see it, now you don't. Better have other than parlor tricks. Fail, roll, and suffer shaken. Flare if the adversary is horrible. Substitute failure as
He is
injury
not.
resulting in vicious wound. Difficulty 14. Skill prestidigitation, which I don't have.
14.
Prestidigitation
That's
on a
an easy roll.
14. You're going to be
You rusty
shaken
to
with a
make that
minus
one.
2 penalty, I believe, Jake. Give me 2 dice for a 14 or better.
Boom!
You can do it, Jake.
Oh, geez. It's a 21, I read, but
21
no.
there, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work that way. Let's, it's not horrible, but you're shaking. You're -2 on your dice for the rest of this battle, and we still have not brought the threat down a single pip. But luckily, now every card we flip, success will drop the threat or drop the def mod. So it's up to me again, and I am still going to take brash. It just suits my character a little bit better. A knight, that should be okay. Knight of Rods.
It's not even inverted either. It's like
no,
straight
it's
up.
finally
It's like,
straight up regular card. Knight of Rods. Oh, we love that. Take
lot
the
of text
lead.
there.
Issue the orders. Get things done. Success and dispatch a half D8 opponents or one large adversary. If the success is gained by more than 5 points above the difficulty, which may not always stay 9, all players additionally gain the command pip. But understand, some of the party may not be comfortable with your command aspirations. How can a mere provisioner usurp the authority of the high commander and second in command? The lowest level player character who has yet to check the Noble of Growth does so with the understanding that he is now jealous and resentful of the other player characters. This is going to be a tough one. Who has not checked growth yet?
I
checked
think we
growth.
all checked it from
hope
our crew
because we don't want jealousy. Did anyone not check growth yet?
Nope.
Okay, we're good. No flaws of jealousy. Those are the flaws are ugly. They just take away your options. Regardless, the player ignores negative dice, just like Conrad. Thank you. Difficulty of his rolls from the remainder of battle. Battle cry on a 9. Oh, it's an A. Now here's an option that's interesting. I can use the elite goals, Jacob, of our longboat and roll this with the advantage, or I can try to roll a 9 to pick up.
I thought we were still underground and could only use the.
Oh no! We're out.
Came out.
Yeah, after the end of Phase B and we got to our minor quest, we left the underworld. Luckily,
You'd have to be a fool to stay in the underworld.
Good point.
Where did we find the longboat?
It just we contact the cryptic monks and say if we haven't already had the forethought to know where our next visit is going to be Cherson, make sure you pick us up between Varna and Belgorod. You follow? There's a lot to be assumed by going in and out of the underworlds. You're right.
I'd rather have a goose feather that turns into a boat.
Yeah, I know that would be a really great one to have.
Not the way Rusty uses magic. You wouldn't.
I've only played the campaign once where we've had a boat that can vary in size, but it's still, there's no water in the underworld for the most part, so we're not going to be on the boat trying to defend it, which is easier than trying to be either marching in the underworld or over land with our horses. That's the other thing about it. If you're not on the coastline, and you're solely out in the middle of the Black Sea, your mount swaggering is no longer of value. But the point I'm making with this long diatribe is the fact that we do have elite goals. I could roll 3 dice, but I don't pick up the swaggering battle cry. And since
the battle would be over though if you succeed.
I know, but it's too early to be cautious. Here comes my roll of a 9.
I knew I wanted to be jealous of you.
I want my battle cry.
You got his battle cry.
I got my battle cry. I picked up my first personal swaggering, which is wonderful in case we need to cash it one day. And I do make the attack, and I did kill a half D8 opponent. So let's see if I can bring this threat down. Half D8. Here comes my single die. It's 2. Threat becomes a 0. And we are out of this battle.
That sounds like an ignoble to me.
The elite goals that we all have, it must have inspired me to battle cry. I'm sorry I overstepped my authority, guys, but all right. It does sound like a battle. I have not checked battle. Battle or Bard's Tale, I think, would be a good one for this.
Yeah, but I didn't get to roll, so I can't check it.
Yes, you did, Rusty.
Wait, I thought we went once around the table, Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty did. You missed your magic spell.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I had a chance to get conjuration.
Well, true. Okay, battle. Got it.
All right.
See, I can always say that, Rusty, about you. I don't even have to remember it.
No, Rusty. You tried. You missed.
Yeah. Can I try adventure?
Yes, you may try adventure at level 0. Obviously, this is all new to us. A young spring bucks. Okay, we had that one knave. A second knave will get us home, but it would be another battle. We're still in phase B, and we're moving across the map toward Cherson. Here comes my next card flip. It's a knight. Now, a knight followed by a knight is not a campaign event. A knight is a mission consequence encounter. Now, earlier, no knights were going to ally with us, but in this case, we're at a point now where knights can, from the star card, ally with us. So let's see what sort of knight. He is straight up, and he is a cup. Cup tends to be good. Let me see if I can get into the knight here and see if we can offer some sort of incentive here. Request for aid. Knight clarifier. Okay. Double up the knight option. A knight event seldom has any way to help the rival. The exception is when it's flipped by a major arcana like the devil. Now, if the players ever receive 2 knight encounters in the save phase, they can treat the second knight as a 10. And in the epilogue, the knights take on a different sort of fever dream. A knight cup. Do I want to? I won't flip a second card. I won't waste the deck and flip a second card to see what this knight's activity is. But I will allow us to mitigation. This card is actually Rusty's card because I believe I was the one that got the knave card. Rusty, here's what I mean by all this. We need to make a request for aid. And you will take one of 3 tacks here. You will either take money enticements, which we have little, a veiled threat, which would be bold, but I would not suggest we do that. Or you can do flattery and banter with the man and try to convince him to join us. Or you can just play it cool, take an indifferent approach. He may be looking for adventure and wanting to join us. That's why he approached us. Or he may just slough us off. Did you want to offer money, make a veiled threat?
We don't have money. I'm going to do flattery and going back to my trombone, but in this case, it's going to be pipes.
Yes.
I'm going to do a minstrel song for him.
Make the knight feel welcome and one of the gang. Alcohol helps, but it's not required. All right, here's what I'm going to do, Rusty. I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to say it's a knight of cups, and you've offered flattery and banter, and my table tells me it's an automatic that he will join us. Now, you will still need to make a roll of a 7, or I have to decline our brew from ration to depleted. So save our brew in the ship's hold on a 7, but the knight has become our benefactor. And I'll tell you what you can do it. Thank you, Rusty. You saved the shift holes, which is good. Now, we can turn the knight into a longboat swaggering, or we can turn the knight into an NPC who will fill one of our positions. Which would you like to do?
Let's see. The positions are most important at the beginning, right?
That is correct, unless later on the cards come up that say there. I also wrote some new tables, as Conrad said upon first seeing them, that Iron Pax is going to hate these, that will occasionally refer to the 5 command positions, the 3 support positions, the Grumbler and Scapegoat as well in the Climax. But during the encounters, less so. Do you want to add a longboat?
Iron Pax hates everything.
It's true. He thinks everything is a bane.
I think we probably need a position, but right now we probably need a longboat swaggering more.
Okay, give me I'm going to let you roll the D20 to see which one we picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4 we already have. So 4 bad numbers, 16 good. Roll me a D20, Rusty.
I rolled a 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How about treachery expunged?
That's what we want the knight to do. He's been summarily executing bad people.
No, he's come into the group and has this sort of way about him where he can say these guys should be put back down with the rowers. They're not loyal sailors or warriors, or this guy here has infiltrated and we need him to oust him. The use of the sword and hanging, that's pretty mean.
He's the Drake. Everybody loves the Drake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we get to 6, 7, I should say, we're going to take another one ashore just because if it matters. And that was the end of that encounter. But Rusty, did you check an ignoble for that mess?
I think exercising prudence, adventuring, or heroics are the only three I need. So
Well, prudence is
I would
great.
say that's
Probably not
uh,
heroics. Adventure,
I
yes.
say prudence,
Okay, prudence is
forethought,
good.
precaution. Provisioning the ship as opposed to worrying about a position. So
Yeah, improving the ship. Let's go ahead and flip a card for Conrad. And that would be one knight we've received. And here's our second knave. So that's going to drive us to phase C, which is great. So let me first take this off. Take this off. And grab me my phase C marker. And a knave of rods. That's going to definitely be direct action. So we're going to get attacked again. Death mod of 2? That's pretty tough. I will give you a choice, Conrad. I can either make it a death mod of 2 with a -1. Forgive me. I can make it a threat of 2 with a death mod of 1, or I can make it a threat of 3 with no death mod. Which would you desire
Threat
to
of
have?
3, so that way we get a shot at it.
Okay.
No, do the death mod so I can cancel it.
no, you'll be able to cancel later in the
Yeah,
climax.
it's going to be a lot of adventure coming up. We got phase C, and we also have the epilogue. But
This way you'll get to draw a card.
All right, here comes the first card. Do you want to do brash?
I would use
or
brash
magical?
as a soldier for the ship.
Okay, I'm going to make the flare.
I want demonic magic.
You hate the flares, but I'm going to make the flare
Uh-oh.
that our banes are always going to be cup banes. So a little, no, that's probably better. But no matter what, it's a cup bane. Otherwise, it is a full spread for the actual regular cards. And you said brash, Conrad?
Brash, I did.
Brash, you did. How about the sun?
That's a great card.
Yeah, that's a
It's
great
not
card.
even inverted.
Yeah.
Sun. Click. Copy. Paste. Flute blower opportunity arises. No matter what the difficulty, the next card event results is a success.
Here's your card. Do you want to change to magical?
Yeah, let's do magic. What the heck? What are we, fools?
And again, these are going to be Bane as cups. And Chariot.
Okay, that's a good one, too.
More flares.
Not even inverted. Clip, paste. Dishearten and disorder the enemy. Until the deck reshuffles, the enemy's defensive modifier is now set to an additional 0. The enemy is no longer enraged if that applies.
And your actual card? And it's a 3, magical.
3 of coins, which is not inverted. So 3 of coins, clip away, paste. Open your mysterious encyclopedia of the arcane. The one with the vellum pages of human skin. Brush off some cobwebs and get down to business. Optional success, and one opponent run away, but fail an enemy is now enraged. Haha. Plus on fail, select a regular next round. Against large adversaries, the difficulty increases by 3. Difficulty 9, advantage trait, methodical. I am not methodical, but as chance would have it, I'm going to succeed in this roll.
Okay, give me a 9.
I don't need to roll it. I'm going to succeed.
Oh, that's right.
Because
of the sun. Here I am looking at it going, oh, God, this is not a good card. I don't want you to fail and enrage the enemy. Yes, you're a success. And one guy runs away as fate would have it.
And I burned a 14, for God's sakes.
Let's move that guy down to 2.
You wasted a 14.
Yeah, you didn't have to roll. Okay, here comes Jacob. Jacob, would you like to go brash or magical? I think you want to go magical because you want to enhance your character.
Why not?
You can always use your traits to help you. It's going to be a 6 of rods, but it's going to be a Bane Cup of 6 because I changed that. So Bane Cup of 6, a little bit of an easier
It's only
exercise.
the worst card of the deck, Jake. Don't worry about it, though, buddy.
6s are pretty terrible.
Parchment containing the shielding symbol, whose guttural, unworldly pronunciation you dare not utter. Fail roll and lose any swaggering technique. This loss may be taken personally or from your blade, mount, or magical abilities. It may even be suffered collectively on the group's longboat. If present, a character without techniques outright slain. If this action occurs in the underworlds, a fail in any other player with wizardry power words S loses its powers. Select from the lowest level of those available. Difficulty 11. Advantage wizardly power words, which
Okay,
I
we're
don't
not in the
have.
underworld, so on 11 you pick up wizardry power worlds. On a fail, you will lose a swaggering, and you take it off the longboat. Okay, so we're gonna lose one. Jake, did you want
The shame. The shame.
Did you want to lose battle hard, seasoned crew, or treachery expunged, where the knight that just came aboard, he was slain? I do not take our elite goals yet, but do you want to? Battle hards comes and goes pretty regularly. If you want to take that one off.
What about I guess I don't want to take away the disease one, huh?
That's the one I would say. Please don't.
No, no, because that also works in the underworld.
I'll take battle hard.
Battle hard.
Yeah, because if you want, and you could be a martyr, Tony frequently does, and I shake my head, he would take one of his own swaggering. He says, I missed the roll, I'll lose my battle cry. But, I would say no, you take it off of the longboat because they come and go. So just make sure that you realize some of this stuff, Jake. We don't have undamaged O. That means we're floating in a damaged ship. We don't have vermin-free N. That means we're in a rat-infested sinking ship, and we don't have abundant stores, which means
it's home.
We're eating a lot of hardtack here. So
it's home to us.
Death's Black Hand does not make personal sacrifices.
Okay, I hope that was directed toward you and not somebody else in the crew. But we're gonna flip another card here. I'm gonna come to me. I will take my brash actions.
Brash it is.
And 5 of Cups. That should be a great card.
5 of Cups. No, so I clicked on coin. Sorry, 5 of Cups. Let me clip that and get you the right one. Coming right up.
No problem.
There she goes.
Struggle to parry and block all the enemy strikes until you finally sense a pattern. Success and dispatch one opponent. If skilled, duelist. Difficulty reduces by 2. Amount inexorable, a 12. I don't think I'm a skilled duelist. Let me take a look. I am a brawler, but not the duelist. And so I will roll my 12. Tough roll, but no.
Unfortunately, you would have had the T, but we got rid of the battle hard.
That's true, but at this point in my career, Rusty, I'm going to try to make that 12 no matter what, unless it was something that was really going to harm the party. So here comes my 12. Missed it by 2. Gosh,
Woo,
do I want to activate my Fury? I'd be the first guy to get a mount one, but I'd be using my Fury up. Now there's going to be longer tables to come. Although we still got 3 of these guys? 2 of these guys. Nope, I will go ahead and just miss the roll, sadly. And how about if we go to Rusty? Rusty, brash or magical, please.
Point of order, sir.
Yes.
Trait clever means we can ignore the first swagger loss or force the regular of the group.
Well, we counted the clever tally at the beginning, and we used 1 to keep from losing a longboat in the mitigation phase of the game, and then we lost 1 because Jake lost a clever trait that caused us to lose the second tally of the group.
So we did, in fact, we've
already used up our clevers. Now, as I remind myself, we may later on allow us to regenerate these trait every adventure. It tends to make, for instance, in the last 15 minutes here, everyone would activate their Fury in this final battle. But for now,
Fury comes from the energetic, right?
Correct. We're going to go ahead and keep it as you can only use it once per adventure and see how that works out for us. If there's not a whole lot of killing, we'll just go ahead and use it once per adventure.
I don't have energetic, so it can help me.
Let's flip a card for Rusty on magic. Correct?
That's no. I'm going to do. The rolls are too tough. I'll go to brash.
Really? How will you get your magic?
He's a comedian. Sorry.
No, you ain't gonna get it with tower anyway. So throw that one in the chat there.
Less. It's the inverted tower. So
inverted tower.
Here she comes, baby.
You should have done the magic.
As the other shoe drops, more opponents have arrived at the battle. Perhaps those injured rise up, or those that ran off have returned. The surrendered are still vanquished for now. Okay, the referee decides who and how many come to the fray. Rather than add more peons, the defensive modifier of the enemy may double. Okay, with that, I like that option. This could make many event results too high to roll. Inverted, all the regular results apply, plus the enemy is now enraged. We
Okay,
got
so
an enraged enemy.
yeah, so the enraged enemy.
Yeah.
Sometimes what
Let me
happens
just
is
let me just sort of summarize what happened in that last round. I killed one, and you
yes.
guys did squat.
Yes, we did squat, sadly. I tried very hard to predict their pattern, but it was just a waste of time. I'm going to add a def mod of 1 to the battle. We're still 2 threats, def mod of 1, and they're enraged. Man, I don't even have a check for that. Enraged occurs in the tables. Occasionally, you'll see event that'll say if they're enraged, difficulty increases. If they're enraged, you take the vicious wound. There may be other options for enraged, but it's not worth in the final 10 minutes here to try to look it up. And I'm going to go on now to Conrad. We're at the point where any successful
that's
roll...
my card?
Oh, forgive me, Rusty. That's right. Let's give you your card in brash. And how about a 2 coins?
2 of coins. That's good. Rusty's good.
It should be all right.
Let's see. I got you. Clip away and paste in here. It's an even card. It's low.
Okay. Bully the cowardly to show some spine and form the shield wall. Success, any and all players have the option to escape. Each player may opt to stay in the action and gain Fury Pip to his rolls. If the character has yet to check growth, ignoble this level, he does so with the sour understanding that he's outwardly boastful, yet secretly poltrooned. Okay. Players should not take action implying self-sacrifice with a philosophy of every man for himself always. Since bravery is the hallmark of being heroic, by the next level he may redeem himself or not. If skilled pugilist, difficulty reduces by 2, difficulty of 12, advantage longboat orderly Q. And we don't have Q,
orderly
right?
cap. We don't have orderly cap, but to parse this out a little bit, you've already checked the... Yeah, you've already checked, and we need a 13 there, Rusty. Give me 2 dice for a 13. If you're successful, we all pick up the Fury Pip up, plus 2 to the dice. Go ahead.
All right.
This would be one you'd want to make if you could, Rusty.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a 13
here. Unfortunately, there's no make rolls. Okay.
See the roll. See it.
No make roll yet. Yep, it's a 6. Okay, here comes what is this? Was that Rusty's card? Forgive me. Now we're back to Conrad. Now, every card also has success will reduce the threat by 1 or the def mod by 1. So here comes my my card flip. What happened to it?
Rusty comes to me, right? And that's brash.
Rusty comes to you, brash. I think I dropped it off the page and it didn't land. Let's see if I got it here.
There it is.
How about a 7 of cups?
That's a good card. 7 of cups. It's not inverted. Paste. Beat a blunt rock relentlessly into the spine of the foe.
How graphic.
Hold of you. God. Success in dispatch 1 opponent. If a skilled berserker, I do not believe I am that. Berserker is under. I don't see that. Is it under rugged?
Yeah, again, I just got a straight skill list on my character sheet, so I can look it up for you.
So I am not seeing Berserker. I see Brawler, but is that...
There is a Berserker. It is a skill, but...
okay, then I do not have it.
Difficulty 11, Longbow Battle Hard. You need a 12 to give us our Battle Hard again and drop the threat.
Yes, I need a 12. And we've got no T's. I'm just going to have to roll this, but just got to go big, huh? Go big or go home.
Yeah,
Rock
go big. Maybe you can't do it. Great. That's big.
That's not a big roll. Okay, but
Berserker's under energetic.
No harm can come from you from that at least. So we're
he knows he got beat by a rock on his spine, but it did remove one, did it not?
No, there was no regardless in that.
Oh, no, I thought you said as any success.
Yeah, but you didn't success, did you?
And a 21 is not a success.
No, it's a 21.
No, it is not.
Would not be a success.
I was visualizing.
Yes, you were self-actualizing there. See the problem, fix the problem. I'm going to go over to Jake. Jake, brash or magical? Magical, if you're right.
Sure, why not? I'll keep missing.
Oh, geez.
Okay, how about a 6 of swords? But we're going to
A
give that
six
as a
of
6 of
cups, right?
cups, Bane. Correct,
Don't
yes.
worry, that's
Oh my gosh,
that's
we
only the
already got a
worst card you
6.
can
We
get.
already had the 6 of cups.
That's yeah.
Hold for the parchment.
Do not utter the word.
You
Smoke the word.
either fail roll or lose any
Do not
swagger
make the
you
gesture.
This loss may be taken personally or from your blade, mount, or magical notice. It may even be suffered collectively on the group's longbow.
He took another
Black
6.
hand does not
Character would-
consider others.
The second one.
Takes
It's not in the underworld. Get
Better make
wizardry
it.
power
Better
words
make
on a
it.
12, Jake, with a def mod of
Make it.
1.
Make it, Jake.
Give me a 12 on 2 dice. Let's see the heroes come to
Jake.
the forefront
Make it.
here. My flip, brash.
What a poltroon.
2
Oh,
enemies left. How about a Bane 4 of cups?
Do I have to lose something though, don't I?
Yeah,
Well, the boat needs to lose something.
we're gonna lose
or you
the
can lose it.
treachery and
You can step up and lose
expunged.
it. Poltroon.
Observe and react swiftly, for the rogues are using poison-coated knives. No wonder. Or open maws to reveal a viper's fangs. Oh, gosh, these guys are magical. Fail and knocked unconscious. Flare if the adversary is horrible. Injury results in vicious wound. They're not horrible.
Thanks.
If the action occurs in the underworld, it does
It
not.
does not.
Difficulty of 8, swaggering, charismatic style. An 8 becomes a 9 on 2 dice. A 9 on 2 dice. No, not for me
so
either.
Close.
Fail,
How
I'm knocked
bad is
unconscious.
losing the boat's elite grade?
We would have loved to have had that.
I tend to, those are the harder to get, the A's and the B's, etc. And they also cash in a
luck.
little bit better. I tend to take off the lower ones before I take off the higher ones, is why I grabbed off the treachery
Like
expunge.
season
Yeah.
crew.
I would hold on to season crew. If you want, I can keep season crew. It's your choice, Jake. Did you want a treachery expunged kept instead?
Sure.
Now,
I think we sort of concluded it was.
you
best
want to keep the ones that,
take the
that
one-
work
take the-
for
take the one
ashore.
that's at the bottom, right?
All right,
Take the-
so choice
the
made
highest
is
number.
choice made. We're going to keep treachery expunged and take the
Yeah.
lowest ones off. This was the charismatic style, which I missed. We're going over to Rusty. Rusty, would you please
Rusty.
take your card?
Please. Oh, sweet heavens.
Magic or brash, Rusty?
Valhalla save us.
Sing it out, Rusty.
Brash.
6 of cups.
Not inverted though. Not
It's
inverted.
not inverted. It's
I should
still
not-
a 6.
Oh,
It's not inverted. It's
Guessing that's
Rusty's
another
time.
friggin'
Rusty's
6.
time.
Gosh. Opponent stumbles while striking and falls before you. Success to dispatch one opponent. Consider a failed roll your utter bemusement at the buffoonery. Yet, who will have the last laugh? Flair. The character has not checked growth, ignoble.
You have.
You can
Yeah.
ignore it. Okay. If skilled delver on not, difficulty reduces by 2. Difficult 13. Jesus.
A 14 methodical. That was nowhere for Rusty. Here comes Conrad. Conrad,
All
you
right.
brashing or you magicalin'?
I'm brashing, baby.
You're brashing, and it's an
Ace,
ace.
baby. Well, that would have been good as magic. wouldn't it?
It would have. Ace of coins. That should be all right.
We should.
Maybe
have
we can
this
get it to
one here.
1.
First to strike, first to dodge remains far better than the alternative, which would be last to strike, last to dodge, fail to dodge. Success in dispatch one opponent. That's all we need, baby. Against large plus, they are not large. Difficulty 9, advantage, swagger, speed,
A
and
10 to
guile
drop him to a
are.
threat of 1.
10, baby, just a 10. But it's a success, so it would actually kill 2, would it not?
That is correct. You do double up.
Come on,
You're
baby.
right.
10. Visualize with me, people. Let's get to 10.
Let's get to 10.
Bahoo!
There you go.
Because it's so close to the hour, we're going to call it there and let you do that. But technically, there was a def mod of 1. Your extra result would have dropped the def mod, not doubled up the attack. We'll do that going forward. But well done,
That's right.
Conrad.
What does it say here? Oh, I see. Because there's a def mod, it would have.
Yes,
reduced
yeah.
it.
If what the new flair
Preferentially,
in our
right.
house rules allows you on a success after the first round of cards, you can drop the def mod or the threat. The def mod will go in steps with the threat, but it's okay. We're going to move on because it's close to the end of the game. Let's get that final check here of our ignobles and figure out that was Bard's Tale, perhaps, that we defeated for the second time, Knaves. Is it Desires Fulfilled? Did anyone pick up Swaggering? No, I should have checked that earlier. Is it Magic Exposure? No, it's Bard's Tale for me. It's not magic for me. It's not Desires Fulfill for me, but it is Bard's Tale.
I did pick up swagger on that.
You may take Desires Fulfilled then, if you wish.
I will take Desires Fulfilled.
How
Bard's
about
Tale,
adventure?
Yeah, Venture, sure.
I assume it's not heroics.
Were you threatened by a wound ever? I think you were. If you haven't checked
I
your
was.
heroics, go ahead
Rusty
and check
with
your
the dice,
heroics.
he's
Rusty.
always threatened by a wound.
All right, I'll take heroics.
And that's just from his own side.
All right, so we are going to move into next week. That was fun, and I will probably see you later. Any questions?